I'm so excited for what God's getting ready to do in Tijuana. We've been praying, we've been fasting, we've been seeking the Lord, and we believe there's going to be a great awakening that happens in Tijuana. We believe people are going to be saved, people are going to be healed, people are going to be delivered. We lay ourselves on the altar of sacrifice that God is going to take our ashes and begin to light that city on fire for the glory of God. We believe there's going to be such a move of God that bars are going to shut down, strip clubs are going to shut down. There's going to be such a manifest power of God that people in criminal activities will begin to just repent and come to the life-changing, life-saving power of Jesus Christ. We are believing for such a move of God in Tijuana. I believe this city will be called a holy city of God one day. And I believe that God is going to use what happens at this crusade. I believe it's going to spark something in the pastors, spark something in the city leaders. And we believe that there's going to be such a powerful, powerful, powerful manifestation of God's presence there while we're in Tijuana. Here's what I'd like to ask you. I would like you to pray, and would also like you to fast. I would like also you to seek the Lord, because we are believing that God is going to raise up resources and resources for this kingdom endeavor. And I think of a story of a man named Demas Shakarian. Now, you might not know this name off the top of your head, but let me just give you a little bit of his story. His family was from Russia originally, and there was a great revival that took place in Russia, and over 100,000 people got saved. The Tsar didn't know what to do, so these people ended up getting put in Armenia, and there was a genocide that was happening, and his family escaped and ended up 1 mile from Azusa Street, right before the Azusa Street revival. They actually heard their own language being spoken at that revival on Azusa Street. And Demas was born, and before you know it, he became a dairy farmer. And one of the most powerful things is he loved God so much, he sought after God so much, he partnered with God. God was the chief partner in his business. He had this small dairy farm, wasn't doing spectacular, but he went to go get a milk cow to produce other milk cows. And he was at an auction, and in the 1940s, you could have spent $20,000 on a cow. And Demas went with very little money, and it was like God shined a light from heaven. There was a spotlight on this little cow, and it was only a few $100s. It was, again, God was drawing him to this cow. Well, this cow he ended up buying, and it produced thousands upon thousands upon thousands of milk-producing cows. What is amazing is Demas Shakarian's dairy farm became the largest dairy producer in the known world. And he used that resources. God made him a resourcer, and he used his resources to bless people like Billy Graham to do his crusades, Oral Roberts. He blessed TBN. He blessed John Osteen. And he started the Full Gospel Businessman Fellowship International. And this man did great things. So what I'm believing that God is going to raise up resources for this Tijuana Crusade, but God's also going to raise up resourcers. God's going to give you, he's going to shine the light on an investment, shine a light on a piece of property, shine a light on something. God is the one that gives us the power to create wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18 talks about that. And I'm believing that God is going to give you an idea. God is going to give you an insight. God's going to give you a customer. God's going to give you a piece of land that's going to produce so much wealth. As we sow, because first we have to be faithful to sow. We have to be faithful to give. If we're not faithful with the little, how can God give us much? So as we're faithful with the little to give this weekend, all weekend at our Saturday night service, at our Morris service, we're going to be taking up a special Tijuana mission seed offering. Sunday morning and Sunday night, we're going to be taking up a special Tijuana mission seed offering. As you're faithful with the little with your offering, God's going to give you much. And I believe that God is going to raise up a ton of Demas Shakarians in our church, all over the world, to see the souls saved, to see this gospel advance, see the power of God manifested all over this earth. I am believing that God is going to raise up resourcers and resources for this kingdom endeavor in Tijuana. Would you pray with me about how you're going to sow and give? All the information is on the screen. All the information is below. And I am praying for such an outpouring of God's presence in Tijuana as we partner together with God to see Tijuana saved for the glory of God.